In 1787, there was the Northwest Ordinance that was passed, which said that the land that was at the time Northwest Territory was declared free, and slavery was not to take place there.
And in the Missouri Compromise in 1820, slavery was prohibited north of the 36th parallel, with the exception of Missouri. Missouri was accepted out of that.
By 1820, what we know as eventually the state of Minnesota was legally free territory. There was not supposed to be any slavery taking place there.
But of course, the military was practicing slavery every day. So wherever they went in the country, a member of the U.S. military could take a slave and get an extra payment from the U.S. government. So there was an open support of enslavement by the U.S. military. The understanding from the research is that Dred Scott expected Dr. Emerson to free him on his death, and that didn't happen.
The ownership of the Scotts was transferred then to Emerson's new wife, Irene.
Dred tried to buy his freedom from the widow Emerson, and she refused to accept the payment.
So they had no other recourse other than remain slaves or to go to the court and actually sue Mrs. Irene Emerson.
Dred and Harriet Scott were certainly not the first people in Missouri to sue for their freedom, and they had lots of legal precedent in the 1830s. There were two women, specifically Rachel and Courtney. They both sued for their freedom in Missouri within a year of each other. Even though the courts in Missouri had judges who were slaveholders, Rachel and Courtney were able to win their cases because those judges respected that the Northwest Ordinance and the Missouri Compromise were law, and they prohibited slavery in the part of the country where Rachel and Courtney were. So the judges declared both Rachel and Courtney to be freed.
Dred Scott, a man of color, respectfully states to Your Honor that he is claimed as a slave by one Irene Emerson. But believing that he is entitled to his freedom, he prays Your Honor to allow him to sue in order to establish his right to freedom.
One of the cases fell apart because the witness didn't have direct knowledge of enslavement, so they had to go back and appeal and have a new trial.
And this trial resulted in a jury finding that the Scotts were to be freed. A jury found in their favor. Irene appealed that decision to the Missouri Supreme Court. This is the court that had been granting and approving freedom lawsuits for years. There are new pro-slavery members of this court. The Missouri Supreme Court said, no, you are enslaved people and you're living in Missouri, and therefore you will continue to be enslaved.